Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We just turned left to Shaw Boulevard coming from Kalentong. And today we're going to travel from Kalentong to EDSA Star Mall. So that's going to be our trip for today. And since I'm expecting a little bit of a traffic and it will be, might be boring for us, so I thought of thinking, or discussing the Pag-ibig home loan process, yung process. And then I'll put into the description field yung mga actual requirements and the steps as well. So I hope you enjoy this video for us today. So Pag-ibig home loan, kung wala ka pa, consider it very carefully because they really have a lot of perks. One, maganda yung rates nila. So mababa yung rates ng Pag-ibig home loan. Second, they are one of the least aggressive lenders for home loan out there. So meaning to say, if you're behind with your arrears or your monthly amortizations, it will take them several years to foreclose your property. Now, I'm not encouraging you to miss your monthly payments. In fact, I would really encourage you to pay for it so your name, when it comes to lenders, are in good standing. And if your name is in good standing, it will be easier for you to borrow money for whatever reason in the future. Now, bakit Pag-ibig? Well, primarily because this is where the Pag-ibig main office is. If you're going to apply for a Pag-ibig home loan, one way or another, you'll have to visit this office. Pwede nyo lakarin possibly yung mga ibang bagay outside, but one way or another, dadaan kayo dito para mag-pick up ng promissory note, mag-sign ng papers, or to get you the funds release itself. Okay? So if you haven't watched my other episode where we come from Star Mall to Kalentong, do that. I think it's in episode 3. So where we go through the same route but coming from the other side. So dadaanan natin yung mga establishments again dito. And abangan lang ninyo nasa left yung Pag-ibig office. Anyway, I'm expecting a little bit of traffic so it's going to be a slow trip. Kaya napag-isipan natin na magkaroon ng maganda-gandang diskusyon. So kung wala ka pang Pag-ibig home loan, maybe you should consider applying for one because if you're a Pag-ibig member, privilege mo yun. And saying privilege, it might be a way for you to own property if you're thinking of owning a property. So let's go. Welcome to Road Scouts. For those who are new to the channel, we're dedicated in showing you an uncut version of a route from point A to point B, and we will see establishments, places of interests, and road conditions as we traverse that particular route. Have fun with the current episode. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. All right, let's talk about your initial requirements. I think first thing that you need to go to is their website www.pagibig.gov.ph, and they have a load of information there and a load of documents that you can browse through. Pero syempre, ang goal natin ngayon is padaliin 'yon. First, we'll discuss eligibility. One is you must be an active member with Pag-ibig for 24 months. Kung hindi kayo nagre-remit ng membership fee every month, you can always catch up and pay it up front. If you haven't been a member because your company did not made you a member, you can always become a member and pay up the 24 months preceding your application. You can go the minimum, 200 lang naman, 200 pesos. So 24 months times 200, that's 4,800 before you can submit your application on top of the application fee that you're going to pay. So second, you should not be more than 65 years old when you applied for the loan, and you should not be 70 years old at the date of the loan maturity. So ibig sabihin, dapat bayad mo na siya by the time you turn 70. And you cannot apply if you are more than 65 years old. So that's the second eligibility requirements. Third is you must have a legal capacity to acquire and encumber real property. Ito medyo malawak ang sakop nito, hindi naman ako attorney. Pero siguro dapat Pilipino ka, wala kang yung funds mo is not money laundered funds, things like that. Yung funds mo and yung status mo sa buhay, like maybe if you're married or not, might stop you from buying the property, might that might be part of the equation. Okay? So, tanong niyo na lang sa mga legal counselors natin kasi yan medyo vague yan para sa akin. Ang alam ko lang, dapat Pilipino ka. So, that's enough for me. No Pag-ibig housing loan, foreclosed, canceled, bought back, or voluntarily surrendered. So, dapat malinis kayo sa record ng Pag-ibig. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, that you should pay your monthly amortizations, especially with your lenders. You want to make sure that you're in good standing with your lenders. And the last but not the least, if you have an existing housing Pag-ibig loan, you can still apply as long as you haven't reached the maximum yet and your status with them is updated. So kung hindi kayo updated, you have to update it. So kunyari, meron kayong arrears na 4 months and you're going to buy another property, you have to pay that 4 months uh, back balance, kumbaga, or outstanding balance. Okay, so tingnan natin yung six-step process ng Pag-ibig. Yung unang step nila is yung get the checklist. So dito mo kinakailangan malaman yung fill up yung home loan application, submit yung mga requirements for the property like yung contract to sell, yung updated and certified true copy of the title, yung mga tax declaration nyo, yung mga amilyar, things like that. And lahat to kinakailangan uh, certified true copy or original, right? So, but if you can get the certified true copy, get the certified true copy. And when you go for the tax declaration, both for the tax receipt and that item, you have to go for the structure and the land if you're going to buy a house and lot. All right? And step two is to submit the requirements. You have to submit that particular requirements. Punta kayo sa Pag-ibig office. Ako lahat ng applications ko nangyari sa Pag-ibig main office. Kaya nga ginawa ko tong video na to para sa trip nating to ngayon. I think they might accept your applications sa mga regional offices nila, but that I'm not really sure. Kasi minsan, iba-iba yung naririnig natin. So I guess, kung gusto nyo talagang mag-apply ng Pag-ibig loan, punta na lang kayo sa main office. Madali lang naman. When you submit, they will ask you to pay the application fee, which is 1,000 pesos, and they will process your application. And it could take them as much as 21 days. Okay, and then from there, they will let you know if you've been approved or not. One good thing with Pag-ibig is they try to get documents from you so you get approved. Yun yung actually one of the reasons why you should bat for a Pag-ibig home loan kasi katulad nga ng BDO, 'di ba? They make things happen. Sa Pag-ibig ganun din. They try to look for ways to get you approved as long as one legal yung transaction. Third step is once na-approve ka na, you will get a notice of approval and the letter of guarantee. And from there, they will give you an additional documents on what you need to do, how long are you required to process documentations. Normally, it's going to be 90 days. So that means to say all the documents that you need will have to be submitted within 90 days in order for them to reprocess your application and to release your loan. Now, kung sa tingin nyo hindi kayo aabot dun sa 90 days, you can always talk to them and they will gladly extend it for you kasi yun ang experience ko with them in the past. The Pag-ibig office is a very accommodating and very nice to deal with. So yung step 4, dito mo na i-fill upan yung notice of assessment or notice of approval and dito mo na aayusin lahat ng requirements. Yung pag-transfer, so kinakailangan mong bayaran yung capital gains if you're the seller, or you have to ask the seller to pay for the capital gains while you pay for the transfer. So, allocate approximately 10% of the approved amount. So, ang kinakailangan ni Pag-ibig is kinakailangan sa titulo nakalagay yung approve amount. So kaya 'di ba remember there are two types of titles, clean title and encumbered. So ang ibig sabihin nun kapag naglo-loan ka, nilalagyan ng annotation sa Register of Deeds kung magkano yung inutang mo sa bangko. So ang gusto lang ng Pag-ibig, pag transfer mo yung title to your account because you're the applicant, naka-reflect doon kung magkano yung approve amount mo. Okay? And then, step 5 will be, pag nasubmit mo na yon within the time period, you go back to Pag-ibig, submit mo lahat ng documentation na nire-require nila. They will need about 14 days to release you the funds. Okay? Tapos, antay ka na lang. Yun na yun, darating na yun. So, pag nirelease yung funds, kinakailangan dala-dala ninyo yung step 6 na yun, no? So, kinakailangan dala-dala ninyo yung letter of guarantee, yung original letter of guarantee. You need to bring it with you in order for the owner to get the release of funds. Now, just to clarify, yung funds hindi nare-release sa inyo. Yung funds, na marirelease yon to the owner. Yung letter of guarantee is addressed to the owner, by the way. So, all the way from step 1 to 5, you are working with the owner, okay? But when it comes to the release of funds, it's primarily just the owner. And then, together with your promissory note, there'll be information on how much you're going to pay every month, for how long, and what is going to be your monthly amortization schedule. Try to keep up with that, guys. It's our responsibility to keep up with our debt obligations as as borrowers for the properties. Okay, so let's go to our last topic for today, which is visiting some of the forms on their website. And of course, after you go through all those steps, the last but not the least is I'm showing you right now where to download the forms. So click nyo lang yung link niyan. It's all in the website of Pag-ibig. And this is how the forms look like. It's kind of small for our purposes in this video. I'll provide the link down below so you can download it. The list is a bit exhaustive. Medyo marami siyang requirement. Yun yung ayaw ng ibang tao, kaya ayaw nila minsan mag-apply sa Pag-ibig. But if you want a property, you want a property, right? So it really depends on kung gaano nyo kagusto yung property or not. Okay? So we're almost at the end of our video for today. We're going to end our trip at StarMall. So thank you very much again for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation today or our conversation. Please subscribe and click the notification bell. Until our next episode, everyone, have a good weekend ahead.